Before I start the video, I want to give you some context as to why activism around weed is different in Mexico than the US. Because in the US, whenever we talk about weed, we talk about like the medical benefits, the people who are incarcerated because of it. And Mexico activism has the same arguments for it. But there's also the argument that legalizing it is going to take a lot of money and power from the cartel. So it's going to make the country safer overall, which is something that I agree with. But conservative groups in Mexico, whenever there's any type of conversation about weed, they immediately bring up what they see in TV and the media. They believe that weed is the root of all the problems in Mexico, you know, like the violence, all of that. And making it legal is gonna make it worse. So because of that reason, I believe that the activism around weed is important. There's a group called Movimiento Canábico Mexicano. They are the biggest one. They are like the main one who's trying to change the laws around weed. This group is the reason why you're able to smoke in Mexico City without any legal issues. Their goal is to show the benefits that come with smoking marijuana, show that stoners are not violent, because in Mexico there is people who believe that if you smoke, you're gonna become aggressive. So they want to show that that's not the case. The group basically wants to normalize it, show people that there's nothing dangerous about it. I don't know, just remove the stigma around it. So yeah, I just want to give you the context before I show myself going to the places. For the intro, I recorded a part while I was high because I went to all the places first and then I did the intro because I thought that it would be better to record the intro at the end. But so if I'm acting a little weird, that's the reason why. It was also my first time recording in public like that, so I was nervous, so I needed to be high. Anyways, yeah, I hope you like it. Yeah. Okay, so before I started the video, I just wanted to say that this was my first time like coming to Mexico City, so my plan was to like visit all 7 places where you can smoke weed in one day. But then when I actually came to the city, I realized that, you know, I didn't know what I was doing. Something that I didn't take into consideration was the fact that, you know, even though it is like legal to smoke within those places, a lot of people don't want to be like recognized, I guess, in case like a family member or like, you know, someone uses that against them. So I wasn't able to like record as much. The clips I'm gonna show like throughout the video are basically any time where I ask for permission, but like in general you are not like supposed to record because nobody wants to like, you know, be seen. The place I'm recording right now from is called Glorieta de Insurgentes, and this is like the biggest subway station in the entire country, so it is like a really important place. Can you like show it? Yeah. That's it. So for the subway station, the place that where activists like hang out, it's under the street. So basically they like come here, they set up like stores. They also sell like edibles, clothes, alternative, you know, looking clothes, accessories, whatever. And I wasn't able to record much. I wasn't able to record the place itself because people didn't want to be on camera. There's times where they told you like to not record other people or like the place. The first place that we're gonna come to is called Estela de Luz. Is that building right here, right? Basically, it was supposed to be like a building to celebrate independence of Mexico. But like, hold on, come here. It's not even a building, like it's like decoration, you know? So everyone hates it. Like there's no, people in Mexico City, they don't like it because it was supposed to be 200 million pesos, right? And that was like the original budget for it. But then the government decided that that wasn't enough, so it went to 1,000 million pesos, or 1 billion. And for that, like for all of this is like another angle of it. And can you zoom into it? Because it's not even yellow anymore. So I don't know, it was like so shitty. And for people, it's basically like a reminder that the government doesn't really use the funds the way it's supposed to be. Or the way they're supposed to do it, because, you know, they could have used 1 billion pesos anywhere else in the city instead of building that. But yeah, but anyway, so I guess this is not what matters. What matters is like that place right there, which is where people smoke. We can easily see it, and yeah, and you can see and you can, behind me you can see like the police officers. Like it's legal to like smoke in this area. Everywhere else in the city is not. So yeah, let's go. As soon as we came in, we like could smell it, and also Okay, so I had to start recording out of nowhere because one of the organizers in that place approached me and he told me that I wasn't allowed to record. He was nice about it too. He just told me that people weren't comfortable around camera. So I told him what I was doing. I told him about like the YouTube video, my plans, whatever. And he told me that if I wanted to record, then I could do it as long as I didn't show anyone. So he let me take a video of the tent where the organizers were, and that was it. And the reason why I'm doing a voiceover instead of just explaining that in the video is because when he told me to turn off the camera, I turned off my microphone too, and then I started walking around and talking to people. And when I was about to record again, I completely forgot to turn it on, so the audio sounds like shit. But in the video, I'm just talking about how I asked them two questions, right? The first one was, how was it possible? Like, how is it possible for people to smoke weed in public when it's not legal to buy it or sell it? And they told me that there is a legal loophole that they're using. They had to put a lot of paperwork. There's rules that they had to follow, and I'm putting them on the screen right now. So they kind of had to treat it as a formal gathering instead of just people hanging out. And then the second question I asked them was, how are they giving weed to people if, again, it's not legal to buy it or sell it? And they told me that they don't sell anything. What they do is that they receive donations from anyone that wants to donate money to them. And depending on how much money that person donates, they're going to receive a little gift to thank them. Yeah, I think that's all I had to say about this place. So I guess I'm going to show the next one. Sorry about messing up the audio. Yeah, love you. Okay, so I also fucked up the audio for this one, but I promise the rest of the video is completely fine, so this is the last time that you're gonna hear me. I wasn't saying anything important here. This is Plaza Tlaxcuaque, and from what I was able to read online, this is also a place where people come to smoke. But I was walking around for like 30 minutes and I wasn't able to find anyone. I wasn't able to smell anything. So I was really confused, and I still don't know what happened because the latest news articles around this place was in May 2022, and they were talking about how activists were able to take this place to make it into a safe zone for people to smoke, but there wasn't anyone. So I don't know what happened, but anyways, the rest of the video, it sounds good. So this is the last part of the voiceovers. Thank you. I love you. Bye. Okay, so this is the place I was the most excited to show you. This used to be called Plantone 420, and this place is right outside of the Senate. Like you can, the building is so big, so you can't see the whole thing. I'm gonna put pictures on the screen, but basically protesters or activists want to force politicians to talk about weed or to legalize it. So in 2019, they decided to camp right behind where I am right now. Activists were camping for 3 years, right? And it got to the point where they started planting marijuana plants. They started setting up greenhouses. There was an area where they were camping, and they had the plants, and people were staying overnight to make sure that nothing happened to them. Besides that, there was also an area where they were able to smoke. They also had events. They had yoga. You can do while high. What else? Volunteer opportunities. So it was like a whole community. There was a bunch of stuff. But last month, February 2023, the police raided it. They brought 600 police officers, and they forced everyone to move out. So what ended up happening was the activists moved out of this place, and they ended up going to another one. I'm gonna show it in the next clip. And I'm not gonna be able to record the place itself because people don't want to be recorded. But I'm gonna try to record from like away where I'm not showing anyone. And then I'm gonna talk about my experience going into the place and seeing like the community, seeing how they interact with each other or how they interact with me. I think that's it. So right now I'm in a place called La Plaza de la Información, which is the new I don't want to say like headquarters, but like this is like the main area where people like come together to smoke. So after everything happened with the police, they moved here around like late February. So this is like a fraction of the people that there used to be on the other place. A lot of like the community that was there before is not coming back here, So I'm gonna talk about like my experience, right? So this is the same as the other places. You can't record because people feel uncomfortable. So what I had to do is like go inside, interact with people. And all I can do is like talk to you about my experience with it. In the entrance and the exit, there's gonna be someone there standing, trying to give you away, like come to an agreement for you to get it. I know. Anyway, so we come in and then they started like offering us. We walked through like the whole place. It's me and two other people, so the three of us like we got offered I think 5 or 6 different times. So it was a little overwhelming because basically we had to walk every 2 feet. Like there was someone offering us. So it got a little annoying, but it's not. I mean, at least it's like you can get it. you're not gonna get in trouble for getting in these places. And also something interesting that I found about this place is the fact that before it was taken over by activists, it was a place where people used to come to do hard drugs, right? Like meth, what's like another heroin and other drugs. So basically, when they took over, they like cleaned the streets, make sure that people who were doing those drugs, they got help. And now people only come to smoke weed. So a lot of people consider it to be actually beneficial to the community, because it used to be a lot worse. Something else that I didn't mention on the other spots is that around that area there's also like local businesses that sell food for munchies. So it's also helping the community that way. So yeah, I guess this is gonna be the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked it. And also, if you wanna see me with like my girlfriend and stuff, you can also go subscribe to this channel right here. It's my girlfriend's. Or if you don't wanna see me but you wanna see her, go to her channel. And yeah, it's so loud, so I guess I'm gonna end it here. Thank you for watching. Bye. Mwah.